How's it going, guys? This is Desert Survivalist 1 here to do a kind of a two-part video series on dollar store prepping. I know we've all been on YouTube, and if you're anything like me, kind of a pull yourself up by your bootstraps type of prepper who's had to explore this stuff for a while, you've watched plenty of budget prepping, prepping on the cheap, dollar store prepping videos that people have gone through and done various challenges, put together a bug out bag for under 50 bucks, dollar store first aid kit, hack your prepping gear by buying at the dollar store type of thing. I think there's definitely been a lot of those videos out there. This is going to be, this series I'm going to do is going to be geared more towards some of the pitfalls of shopping at the dollar store, but also showing some of the stuff that, when purchased and thought through correctly, you can get good stuff at the dollar store for your prepping gear. And I'd like to probably do a two-part series. The first video, this one's just going to focus on the stuff that you want to buy at the dollar store that's a good value, in my opinion. Again, this is for my personal situation. Some of this stuff may not be applicable for you, or may not be the best value for your kits or whatnot. That's fine, just information. And my second video will be on some of the pitfalls of dollar store prepping and what not to buy, why not to buy it, that sort of thing. So without further ado, I've got quite a few things here to show you. I went to, this is two different dollar stores, Dollar Tree and 99-cent stores are the two major ones I've got in my area. You may have different ones. All the dollar stores have different stuff. You go to two of the same brand in the same city, oftentimes they have different stuff. So if you're doing dollar store prepping, it's a good idea to go to 2 or 3 stores, not just one, because you may find better stuff, better quality stuff, different brand, better value stuff at another dollar store versus your hometown dollar store. So here's some of the stuff I got, and this stuff was all $1 except for the gloves, which I'll focus on first. I got these at my 99-cent only store. Some of you may recognize these, although it's kind of hard to in the package. These are just the standard military surplus, U.S. military surplus chemical gloves, chemical protective gloves. These are $1.50, which I probably overpaid because I know the surplus store has them for 50 cents a pair, but made in 1979. I would not trust these in a chemical protective environment anymore, but certainly for heavy-duty rubber gloves with some nice cotton inserts, these are great for prepping. Most of the rubber gloves at the dollar stores are cheap, avoid them, but these are heavy-duty. I don't know how they found their way into a dollar store, packaged by some Chinese junk company, but they are authentic U.S. military surplus, so good stuff. Some of the other stuff, these little storage cases, this one's pretty thin. These are a lot more expensive in regular stores than $1. If you can find these, and I found these at Dollar Tree recently, you can store really shallow stuff or fishing gear or whatever in there. LED flashlights, I'll cover why not to buy these in the next video. This was kind of purchased as an illustration of that, but this particular one, if this is like your second or third redundant, probably I'd say third or later redundant light, it's good for hanging in your pack to be able to look for stuff in your pack. It's got the forward-facing flashlight, and it's also got a lantern mode of 2 LEDs. I tested this in the store, and it was pretty bright. This one I haven't taken out of the package yet. Food at the dollar store, I'll cover why for the most part not to buy that in the next video. This I bought mostly because it's a great pretty good date, year or two out, or a couple years out, excuse me. This I think is more than $1 at Walmart. It's probably not the best value, and certainly don't try to avoid these easy open tops, because those will burst over time. But that's an example of one of the food items you can get at the dollar store if you so choose. These towels, little compressed towels, unfortunately they only come in TV show or superhero patterns, it seems. But these are just they're called magic towels, compressed towels. I believe these are 100% cotton. Can't really see it on there, but it's 11 3/4 square, so almost a square foot of towel that expands out, and you can use these for washcloths, crude filters, what have you. But they take up little space and they're very light, so they're very good to have in your pack. Dental travel kits. Try and find the kind with these toothbrushes that kind of like that case. You flip it around and it functions as the handle, and the toothpaste, because these are a lot smaller and easier to carry than a full-length toothbrush or something like that. Name brand toothpaste never hurt anybody. Keep that in mind. These pill containers, I was on like a 10-store wild goose chase for these things, and it was hard enough to find them even at the dollar store, and the other stores I found they were $3 to $5. Well documented survival item for making mini kits. Make sure it's got the gasket so it's watertight. Whistles, these are at least $2 most places. Metal whistles. No, it's not top of the line survival gear, but it's you know, not many people make these plain metal whistles anymore for a reasonable price. Emergency USB charger. You take 2 AA batteries, stick them in here, and it gives you the power out of the AA's into your USB device, your phone or your GPS or whatever. I know there's much better than this on the market, but it's cheap, it's easy, and it'll give you enough charge to keep talking if you need. Mini super glues. The place I work at sells these for $5 a pack. These are single-use super glues, good to have in your first aid kit or toolkit. Lighters, I think 3 to a pack, 4 to a pack sometimes in the dollar store. Use those for fire starting. Paracord bracelets, I kind of found these on a whim there. I didn't realize the dollar store had these. I don't think this is real paracord because it's only says 430 pounds tested. Kind of a small buckle, but I probably wouldn't recommend buying these necessarily. I just picked one up because I thought it was an interesting thing for the dollar store to have and kind of just show you guys. Resistance bands. You could use these to work out, or you could use the tubing for a slingshot or any other elastic band or a tourniquet or something that you needed. This Easy Fuse tape, 2.5 feet of it, insulates 8,000 volts, functions pretty much all temperatures, seals wet or dry leaks, unlike duct tape which struggles around wetness. I found a 10-foot roll for like $5 or $6 at the hardware store next to it. So even if you bought 4 of these to make 10 feet, you're still coming in at 4 and change as opposed to 6. Super glue brand name. Anytime you can get brand name stuff at the dollar store, stick with that. These dental picks, dental flossers, pick on one end, little flosser thing on the other. Keep your oral hygiene up. 50 to a pack is a pretty good deal for $1. This is kind of interesting. This is hand sanitizer, which is a very good thing to have at the find at the dollar store. Oops. These are a little different because these are actually military surplus hand sanitizers. If you take it out of the package and actually look at the bottle itself, it is NSN marked. And I've researched it, and is actually used by the military. Purell brand hand sanitizer, but it's in a real tough container and a compact container that fits in your pockets and whatnot. Neosporin, or they call it triple antibiotic ointment, it's got the same stuff in it, same active ingredients, but for $1. Make sure you check the dates always on any things that might expire that you buy. I've used this stuff for years. In place of Neosporin, it works exactly the same, works just as good. I have that in all my first aid kits. These little first aid supplies, I would not recommend going with Assured or whatever the non-name brand is at these dollar stores, the generic or whatever, but if you can go with Johnson & Johnson brand stuff. There's others of these small little kits that I think they're 44-piece, that they're the knockoff brand. Pass on those and go for the Johnson & Johnson 12-piece, because it's got 2 of those nice 2x2 gauze pads in there, some cleansing wipes, and some band-aids. Good way to get some supplies in this nice handy little hard case, cheap. But otherwise, steer clear of the non-name brand stuff. Wet wipes are pretty much function no matter name brand or not. These are in nice little packages, individual packages, so you can pack those in first aid kits, whatnot. I've recently noticed that they started selling Curad brand stuff at my area dollar stores. These alcohol prep pads are good. I think I got some 100 to a box there one time, but these are 50 to a box. Use these in your kits, and these are 10 to a box, 2-inch by 2-inch gauze pads, which use for wound dressing and so forth. Curad's a pretty good brand. I've used their band-aids quite a bit. So this is all a bunch of the stuff I got at my dollar stores to kind of enhance my kits. Some of the stuff that I would say is definitely good buys from the dollar store. Now there is some other stuff that's, I mean, there's a ton of different stuff you can buy at the dollar store that's a good good buy. I'm not going to cover all of it, but petroleum jelly, candles are pretty functional whether they're name brand or not. Bobby pins, reflective bracelets, hook and eye hardware kits. You can make fishing poles and do all sorts of repairs with those. If you can find the 6-packs of wire spools in the hardware section, that'll get you, I think, 150 feet of wire in six nice little small spools. The sterno cans are pretty decent. If you can get good quality zip ties, those are usually pretty good. Combs, especially if you're out in the desert and you need to comb cactus off you, like I am. I think I saw 12 for $1 there last time. Bobby pins, very useful. Q-tips, steel wool, foot powder. The list just kind of goes on. Baking soda, iodized salt, you can buy the normal size containers for $1, so be on the lookout for those kind of items at the dollar store, and also be on the lookout for my next video, which will describe what not to buy at the dollar store. You don't want to run out there and buy a bunch of stuff and then realize it's bad quality stuff. So I'll tell you more or less what not to pick up in my next video. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll keep pushing videos out here one by one and keep getting you guys engaged with this stuff.